La Nina was one of 3 ships that were gifted to Corpus Christi by the government of Spain in 1992.
Now, they were built to celebrate the 500th anniversary of the first Columbus voyage to the New World, but their time here in Corpus Christi proved to be much more hazardous than sailing across the Atlantic. Our Catherine McGinney joins us live from the downtown marina where the Nina, the last surviving ship of the Columbus fleet, was broken apart today.
Lee, this is some of what's left of La Nina after crews took it over by the breakwater earlier today to be demolished. According to the Columbus Sailing Association, the group that was responsible for the ship, everything was in place to get that ship over the bay to Aransas Pass for restoration, except for the money.
And she left into the fog, and I didn't get to say goodbye.
Kim Mrazek with the Columbus Sailing Association learned the journey was over for La Nina Wednesday morning. The marina superintendent called her into a meeting, and Mrazek says she knew the news would not be good. The ship had to be demolished.
And just over time, they've lost members, and the financial responsibility has just become too big of a burden for them.
La Nina belonged to the city, but the Columbus Sailing Association was tasked with caring for her in past years. The money promised to the association to restore La Nina never came through. Sanchez says time simply ran out for the ship.
She's just really worn and tired, and she continues to leak, and we don't want her to sink again. That's just not good. So it's just an executive decision was made.
Preston Smith has kept his sailboat in the marina for the last 5 years and has seen La Nina through all her ups and downs.
It was under a business with no management, and the people could have saved this ship, but they didn't. And because they didn't get the community behind them. And that's the sad part about it.
Kim Mrazek says they did their best with it, and she has no regrets.
We have been patching the holes in the ship, taking care of her as best we can. But again, people who are criticizing, all I want to ask them is, where was your money? Why didn't you donate if you were so worried?
As far as funds for the demolition, the city of Corpus Christi had already allocated that money.
And it'll go to the landfill where her sisters went.
La Nina was taken to shallow water to be demolished on board this barge behind me. That reduced the risk of the ship sinking in deeper waters. A contractor was hired to haul away the debris, but if you look closely, you might still find a few pieces of history floating in the water. Catherine McGinty, Chris 6 News.
All right, thank you very much, Catherine. Now, members of the Columbus Sailing Association say they hope to obtain another educational ship sometime in the future. By the way, the city tells us the price for the demolition of the Nina was $38,000. So what happened to the Pinta and the Santa Maria? Well, as you may remember, by 2000, those vessels were no longer seaworthy, and by 2014, they were both so badly rotted, they had to be demolished and hauled off to the city dump. Now, the beginning of the end for La Nina was in August of 2017 when she sank in the marina right after Hurricane Harvey.